Today we're going to make my salsa recipe. I have many salsa recipes, but this is an incredibly easy one that goes with everything. Sort of your typical red salsa. Um, Full disclosure, this is a pantry recipe because I'm finding that people now need to know what to use in their pantries. A lot of people had to run out and buy tons of pantry items because the emphasis is always fresh ingredients and gourmet ingredients. Well, as a chef, as somebody who cooks for a living, I use a lot of pantry ingredients, and part of the reason is because I am always cooking for other people. I am writing recipes for brands, food styling for brands, and I basically give at the office. I exhaust myself cooking during the day, and when I come home, I want fresh food at home, but it needs to be quick. So I definitely go back to pantry items. For instance, coming home, the salsa recipe is easy because I can make a quick taco dinner and always have fresh salsa. This is something my friends eat many times when they come over. My family eats it all the time, and it's sort of a requested item, and people don't realize just how simple it is. This is using apple cider vinegar. This is using canned tomatoes, onions, which you always have on hand, garlic, and the only real sort of extra fresh ingredient, which I always have at home, which you might need to get, is cilantro. And otherwise, it's something that most of the things you can have on hand. You can substitute for any type of canned tomato, whole tomatoes. You can also substitute with lime juice if you don't want to use the ACV, but it tastes great and it's a really good recipe. Okay, so I have my blender here. You can use any kind of blender or food processor. I'm going to put in one 14-ounce can of diced tomatoes. Try to put your wet ingredients at the bottom because that way it will blend easier. I'm putting in an 8-ounce can of tomato sauce. Just plain tomato sauce, no flavorings. I'm going to go ahead and throw in, this is one small red onion, but you can use any kind of onion you want. I'm going to put in a few cloves of garlic whole. They're all getting blended up, so you don't need to worry about that. And I'm putting in a roughly chopped jalapeno. Everything is basically roughly chopped because the blender is going to do the work for you. And if you don't want it too spicy, just make sure you seed the jalapeno. I'm putting in a nice healthy pinch of salt. I'm also going to put in basically a handful of cilantro. This also has this stems because the stems are really sweet. You should always use the stems in cilantro when you can. And we're not wasting food, remember? So we're going to put that in there. Now we're going to put in just a dash of the apple cider vinegar. You could use lime juice as well. Just put in a little dash of that. That should be enough. I'm going to put it here and blend it. I just have it on pulse. I like it pretty well blended. I don't really like it too chunky. So let's check it here. Oh, it's perfect. See that? Totally perfect. Now we have our restaurant style salsa right here. So I'm simply serving this with chips right now, but this salsa goes great in many other dishes. I actually usually use it in taco filling. So when I cook my ground tofu or my ground meat, I put it in while it's cooking and add my chili powder and other ingredients in. It makes a great sort of spice mix to put in it so that you don't have to use powdered spice mixes. And then you just add in any other ingredients you'd like. It's delicious. And of course, we use it on our tacos. I use it on nachos, enchiladas, lots of stuff. It's so simple and so delicious. Thanks for watching.